Meta's been training its AI image generator on billions of your Instagram photos without asking for permission. Not just asking, but getting permission, the normal thing companies do with your personal data. Most people have no idea this is even happening, and you've got a narrow window to stop it before the company locks your images in forever. The company quietly rolled out this capability across Instagram and Facebook, feeding your personal photographs into the training data for its brand new generative AI tools. Think of it like this: when Meta trains an AI image generator, it needs examples of millions of real photos to learn how humans look, dress, and pose in different settings. Where does it get those examples? Your Instagram feed, your holiday photos, your selfies, your family moments, all fair game under the current terms. Here's what's wild. Meta's terms of service technically allow this, buried in legal language most people never read. But the backlash from privacy advocates has been so loud that the company's now offering an opt-out button. The catch: it expires in just a few weeks. After that window closes, your images are locked in as permanent training data. This isn't some distant privacy concern, it's happening right now, and the clock is ticking. To understand why Meta's doing this, you need to know how valuable generative AI has become. Picture this: in 2024, artificial intelligence image generators became the hot frontier. Companies like Nvidia, Adobe, and Google are all racing to build tools that can generate images on demand. Users want to create artwork without hiring an artist. Businesses want custom visuals without paying a designer. And Meta wants to compete with OpenAI's image tools and every other tech company making this same bet. Here's the brutal reality: training an AI image generator requires absolutely staggering amounts of data. We are talking billions of images, not thousands or millions. Each one teaches the AI what a human face looks like, how fabric drapes, what shadows look like, how light behaves in real rooms. Google, OpenAI, and Anthropic have scraped the internet for years to build their training datasets, purchasing licenses or claiming fair use. Meta took a different route. Rather than buying expensive data or licensing images from stock photo services, the company realized it already owns one of the largest private image collections on Earth: your photos. Facebook has over 3 billion monthly active users. Instagram has 2 billion. That's roughly 5 billion people uploading photos constantly, generating an infinite stream of data. When you posted that photo to Instagram, you technically gave Meta a broad license to use it. The company's logic: we don't need to ask again, you already agreed in the terms nobody reads. This strategy worked for targeted advertising for years. Now it's powering generative AI. So how exactly does Meta use your photos to train its AI? The process is more intrusive than most people realize. When the AI training starts, Meta doesn't grab just one copy of each image. It extracts millions of photos across different categories: faces, landscapes, objects, clothing, textures, lighting conditions. The system analyzes what's actually in each photo: who's in it, where it was taken, what objects are present, what the lighting looks like, the colors, the composition. Then, and here's the critical part, the AI learns patterns from all these images combined. It learns that when it sees certain shapes and colors, it should generate a face. When it sees certain textures, it should generate fabric. It's learning from billions of examples to build a statistical model of what real photos look like. Your personal photos, mixed with everyone else's, become part of that statistical pattern. What makes this different from traditional stock photo licensing is the scale and the directness. Stock photos are typically professional, curated, and licensed explicitly for commercial use. Your Instagram photos are raw, personal, unfiltered. They are real life. Meta's algorithm learns from authenticity that no professional stock site could ever capture. A real teenager's bedroom, a real family's dinner table. Real people in real lighting. That's the gold standard for AI training. Let's be concrete about what this means. Imagine you're a fashion designer, and Meta's image generator learns from millions of Instagram photos of people wearing clothes. The AI can now generate a model wearing any style you describe, and that model's proportions, skin tone, and pose might be statistically similar to real people whose photos Meta analyzed, including yours. A marketing team could use Meta's AI to generate ads featuring realistic human faces. Those faces might inherit features, expressions, or styles from thousands of real people's Instagram photos, creating what amounts to a synthetic blend of millions of your photos and everyone else's. Here's a concrete example. Say you posted a photo of yourself at the beach in a specific swimsuit. Meta's AI doesn't memorize, "This is you at the beach." It learns that bodies, poses, and swimwear can look this way. If someone uses Meta's image generator to create a person in a swimsuit on a beach, the output might reflect patterns learned from your photo plus millions of others. Your likeness becomes part of the statistical DNA of the generated image. Now scale that up. Meta's AI is trained on billions of photos from billions of people. Your photos contribute to the patterns the AI learned for human faces, body types, expressions, clothing, and environments. This data is now baked into a model that exists forever. Even if you delete your account, the patterns learned from your images persist. Now here's where Meta's approach gets interesting compared to what other companies are doing. OpenAI trained its image generator Dolly on billions of images scraped from the internet using automated tools. Google's Imagen model did something similar. Neither company asked permission from the original photographers. This sparked huge lawsuits from photographers arguing their work was stolen. But there's a key difference. Most internet images are public, licensed by their creators, or marked as free to use. They're out there intentionally. Your Instagram photos are different. You posted them to a semi-private social network, assuming they'd be seen by friends, family, and followers, not used as training data for a global AI image generator. Meta's argument is that users agreed to this in the terms of service. Technically, they are right. Facebook and Instagram's legal documents state Meta can use your content for machine learning. But most users never read that far down, and the company never explicitly told users, "Hey, we are training an AI image generator on your photos right now." What's wild is that European regulators are coming down much harder on this. The European Union's AI Act and data protection rules are forcing companies to be more transparent about AI training. That's partly why Meta is now offering an opt-out button in the first place: regulatory pressure, not goodwill. Compare that to how Apple handles AI. The company trains models on device, on your own hardware, rather than uploading your data to servers. The deeper issue here goes beyond just Meta. What happens when a company owns billions of images used to train an AI? It means that company now controls a tool that can generate visual content that statistically resembles billions of real people. That's an enormous amount of power concentrated in one place. Here's one serious implication: deepfakes and fraud. If Meta's image generator is trained on billions of real faces, the model has learned incredibly nuanced facial features. Someone could theoretically use this to generate fake photos of real people, convincing photos of you in situations you were never in. The tech exists today to create these fakes, and it gets better every year. Another implication is the economics of creative work. Photographers, models, and digital artists rely on their work being valuable. If an AI can generate realistic alternatives for pennies, why would anyone hire a photographer? This technology is already disrupting the modeling industry. Agencies are increasingly turning to AI-generated models. Real models are competing against free, infinite, AI-generated alternatives. There's also the privacy implication for your physical safety and identity. If your face becomes part of a global training dataset, it could theoretically be used to identify you, track you, or impersonate you. The more data companies have, the more they can do with it. And here's the Meta issue. Meta now owns the AI, the training data, and the output. All right, so you want to opt out before the deadline. Here's exactly how to do it. You need to act now because Meta hasn't explicitly said when this window closes, but based on regulatory pressure and company statements, you're looking at a few weeks. First, go to your Instagram settings. On mobile, tap your profile picture in the bottom right, then tap the three-line menu button at the top. Look for Settings and Privacy. Tap Settings. Scroll down to the Account section and find Data and Privacy. Tap that. Inside, look for an option about AI training or generative AI. Meta should have an opt-out setting there. Some regions see generative AI opt-out directly in the Account section. If you see it, tap it, and select the option to decline having your photos used for AI training. If you can't find it in one place, check the help section within settings. Search for AI, opt-out, or data usage. Meta should display the relevant controls. The wording might vary by region because of different privacy laws. One critical thing, this opt-out only applies to future training. Photos Meta already scraped for its AI model are already part of the training data. This doesn't retroactively remove your images, but it does prevent Meta from adding new photos going forward. You'll also want to check Facebook settings separately because Meta owns both platforms. Here's what this all means for you going forward. Meta's not the only company doing this, it's just the one getting caught and offering a high-profile opt-out. Google, Amazon, and other tech giants are training AI on your data too. Every time you upload to Facebook, Instagram, Gmail, or Google Drive, you're contributing to training datasets. The broader lesson is that your personal data is valuable. Companies are willing to build trillion-dollar AI products on top of it. The question is, should you get paid? Should you get asked first? Should you have control? Right now in the United States, you mostly don't. But in Europe, pressure from regulators is changing the rules. The European Union is making it harder for companies to claim they had implicit consent. Some states are passing data privacy laws. Change is coming, but it's slow. In the meantime, opt out where you can. Delete photos you don't want to persist. Be thoughtful about what you upload. Assume that anything you post to a social network is being collected, analyzed, and potentially used to train an AI somewhere. The most important takeaway is this: you have agency right now in this moment. Meta is offering you a choice they didn't have to offer. Take it. Go opt out today. Tell your friends and family to do the same.